They say that every man has his price, and Harry named his price a long time ago, but we got new details that are making this issue a lot more disturbing. Welcome back, my body language buddies. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the body language guy, and today we're going to talk about what is Harry willing to do, at what lengths is he willing to go to make money at any cost, even betraying his family. And we got headlines like this. Has enough. Meghan Markle news. It's silly that Harry appears on The Sun's Meghan Markle news, but he should have his own category, but whatever. Prince Harry sick with worry, yeah, about new war with the Queen when his bombshell book is released. Well, the first thing that anyone could think of is then don't release it. If you're so afraid, don't do it, Harry. It's that simple. But we have to take a look at this. According to a source, Prince Harry is reportedly worried sick. His memoir will lead to a new war with the royals. New? I thought we were in the same war when it is released. The source told Hit magazine that Meghan is urging him to tell his truth and not hide what really happened. You know, she's used to talk her truth, so she must be training Harry to do the same. Talk his truth and not hide what really happened, while he struggles with what to include. They added every passage is being revised again and again. Harry keeps remembering new things he wants to include and then suddenly panics about toning down certain anecdotes. Well, that suddenly panics sounds like Harry. Harry has kept a lead on the contents and told only the Queen that he was working on it before it was announced last summer. I think not. I'm sure that he blindsided her once again. And my good friend Joshua Lisek has one word or two about this. When they say every man has his price, this is what they mean. Prince Harry's price to betray his family was a mere 20 million. A hefty percentage goes to his ghostwriter anyway. What does that tell us? And yes, Joshua talks about ghostwriting because he's the greatest ghostwriter you'll ever know. And no, Harry did not write his own memoirs. There was someone that did it in his place. The publisher specifically told Harry to criticize his family in the most extreme terms possible. That sells more copies, which justifies the fat book advance. The ghostwriter is probably being paid seven figures to help Harry stab his family not in the back, but in their face. And guess what? We got a name. What did I tell you? Every man has his what? Harry's ghostwriter is getting 1 million for memoir report. Harry and his ghostwriter J.R. Meringer have reportedly been working on his memoir in secret for more than a year, reports say. So, someone besides Harry is cashing big for his betrayal of the royal family. They are scrambling to get in there what is humanly and legally possible to make it seem juicy and in some way or another counterattack Tom Bauer's book Revenge. That is all that they're trying to do. They expected for Tom Bauer to publish his book. So they knew what could they do against that to neutralize that narrative. So, oh my God, I suddenly remember something. Of course. And you know that they need the money for many things, including, well, Prince Harry's court battle over bodyguards has cost taxpayer more than £100,000. And this is the taxpayer money. And Harry, oh, how good is Harry? I'm going to tell you how good is Harry. He's willing to pay for every single pound in case he loses. But what about he wins? We don't know. But I don't think he's going to win this because this is just a review of what were the conditions of the original decision of the Ravek regarding if he needed or not that security when he was coming to the UK. But I don't think he's going to win. But he's willing to pay for that taxpayer money invested in this silly revision, this judicial revision, if he loses. How I don't know, how grateful of him. Of course, you need your mouthpieces to neutralize this narrative. And you know that Omid Scobie has been saying this for a while. 2 years on, and without a penny from the British taxpayer, Prince Harry has created the life of purpose and meaning, alright, he has long dreamed about. A life he couldn't have achieved if he remained a working member of the firm. Yeah, if he had I'm sorry, if he had remained a working member of the firm, this would not have happened. This life of what? How did he say that? Purpose, meaning. This is of his life of meaning and purpose. That kind of definitions are a bit a stretch, okay? But whatever. Then we have this. In some way or another, Scobie again has to say, Kate and William desperate for PR boost as Meghan and Harry steal U.S. limelight. You know that the Earthshot Prize is going to be in Boston in December, and William and Catherine are arriving to the U.S. Well, Mr. Scobie says that the world's interest in the royal family is an essential asset to Britain's appeal abroad. It's a typo in there. However, much of that appeal comes from the US, where there is a huge interest in the firm. However, who wrote this? I'm gonna ask Joshua to review this. Whose amateur wrote this? Meghan and Prince Harry, following their move to California, which caused waves within the family, have been by far the focus on media attention there. I'm just gonna tell you, when they say focus of media attention, just search for them in Google and try to have an idea of what is the sentiment when people search for Meghan and Harry and when people search for William and Catherine. The pieces that you see, the tone that you see is positive or negative for each one of them. That's all that I'm going to say. You know what you're going to find. This hasn't always been the case in the early days of Kate and Prince William's marriage. The couple regularly made headlines and magazine covers in America. So they're trying to come to the US to have that clout back, because they somehow need that clout. They need that admiration, that fire burning again in the US, and that's why they're coming to compete with the Harkles to get that flame back. Because that is the only way the Harkles can get relevance to themselves. Because that is Harry's memoirs is a comparison or an attack or a betrayal to the royal family. It's a link to the royal family. That's why he's doing that. Every single link in the royal family is valuable to them, because that is the only way they can attract attention, by comparison. Otherwise, they are worthless. Those links to the royal family, the memoir attacking the royal family, and this comparison to William and Kate coming to the US, that is the only way that they can stay relevant in people's minds. And well, Omid continues, the story of Meghan's journey as a royal and all things related to it, I think he means the grifting and the lying, still accounts for the majority of royal coverage in the US. As if to punctuate, I mean, this is horrible. This is horrible. Express, you can do better. This is terrible. The United States fascination with Prince Harry and Meghan. No use media outlets cover the Cambridge's tour of the Caribbean or whatever. As you say, let's say that this is true, okay? But well, the problem resides within Harry's mind, and this comment resumes it perfectly. She clashes with her father, a stepsister, a stepbrother, Vogue staff, Vanity Fair staff, Raidman Clothing staff, friends, relatives, employees, father-in-law, brother-in-law, sister-in-law, Angela Kelly, the body language guy, and Harry still doesn't realize that Meghan is the problem. Yes, he fails to realize that. It's sad. It's in the end, it's just sad. Well, why Prince Harry and Meghan Markle likely won't address latest book allegations, the Tom Bowers book allegations. LOL, Tom Bowers has finally shut this too up. Thanks, Harry's Grace Suit, for your commentary on this, because the alleged reason the Harkles are not going to comment on Tom Bowers' book is because they couldn't afford to comment on every allegation that goes out there, because then they would not have a life. Oh well, that gives me a great idea. Maybe if I keep commenting on their shenanigans, then I will get a response or a comment or something from them. Maybe I will. What do you think? I would like to know about what do you think about that. That is the reason why Harry is pushing this narrative, that he is so conflicted for whatever is gonna be in the book. If he's so conflicted, if he feels that he's gonna harm his family, then he shouldn't do it. It's that simple. There's no way out that reasoning. They're putting out this narrative, so the moment this recollections go out in the world, then he's gonna be conflicted and panicked and sick with worry about what he just did, when he did it on purpose. And I'm not gonna say pushed by Meghan. No, he did it by himself because he is responsible of that. Meghan has a lot to do with it, but he is responsible of his own actions. You may say, it was the publisher who pushed him to do this and that. It was Meghan who pushed him to do this and that. But we have to focus on Harry. He's a grown man. He has a responsibility, and he's about to sell his family for shekels. And there's only one way to name a person who does that. My body language buddies, my name is Jesus Enrique Rosas, I'm the body language guy, and until we meet in another video or another live, remember to follow my second channel, The Royal Rogue, in the link in the description for all my live streams on the royal family and the non-royals too. I will see you there, and any pitches that you have, go for my social media accounts, Twitter, Kinesics, and Instagram, The Body Language Guy. As usual, much love and bliss. Take care. Love you all.